Number 1. Ma Journey is a YouTuber who spends most of his time hiking through wild, empty places. He explores forgotten cabins, remote trails, and often camps out in areas far from anyone else. On this trip, he planned to reach an old hunter's cabin deep in the mountains and spend the night there. But as the daylight faded, he realized he wasn't going to make it before dark, and hiking through that terrain at night wasn't a safe idea. While looking for another place to stay, he came across an abandoned treehouse and decided it was his best option. After setting up his gear, he quickly understood just how important that choice was. Not long after, a group of wolves began gathering around the area below him. It became clear they had been following his scent, and if he had continued walking through the dark, he might have run straight into them on the trail. From the safety of the treehouse, he watched them circle below, and the situation showed exactly how dangerous the forest can get when you're alone at night. Trusting his instincts kept him out of serious trouble and possibly saved his life. Number 2. Fishing is supposed to be relaxing. Cast your line, wait for a bite, and enjoy the quiet. But for this group, a calm day on the creek suddenly took a sharp turn into something terrifying. They had hiked into a remote spot, packed their gear into a small boat, and drifted along the water catching fish and enjoying the peaceful stretch of river.
I don't even know where.
Yeah, I came up to the highway to get you guys, but it was strategic. I thought that the white bass might be running up here. I saw some at the base of the river, but they're not all the way up here yet, so we're gonna run back down.
Okay.
Try to find the fish, and yeah, we're gonna see where this journey takes us. As you can see, it's quite a zoo up here.
Yeah.
Odd action. Do we have the white bass? Are they running? Or is it the crawfish? It is the white bass. Might be making a move. Mid river. Got one little crappie jig.
Everything felt easy and slow until the silence broke. Out of nowhere, the sharp crack of gunfire echoed through the trees. At first, they couldn't tell what it was. Maybe someone far away target shooting. But the sound grew clearer and closer, and then a bullet slammed into a tree only a short distance from their boat. That's when panic hit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that tree right there. It's coming. Taking fire, Phil. Oh, no. Shit, bro. That hit the tree like 10 yards away from us, dude. It was right up there. We're
Taking fire.
We were literally taking fire. We were kind of joking a minute ago. There's some 22 fire back here. This has happened to me once before.
Yeah.
While fishing, and it's not fun.
No, it's like literally that. Yeah, no, not good.
So there's somebody firing a 22 back there, and a bullet. I heard the first one hit a tree over here, and the second one came across over it.
They threw themselves down, trying to make themselves as small as possible while more shots cut through the air above them. They yelled out, hoping whoever was firing would realize people were down by the water. After a few tense moments that felt much longer than they were, the gunfire stopped.
Hey, we're back here!
Hey, hit the horn on the
not
boat.
like this. They don't like us.
No,
We're back here trying to fish, man!
That was the closest I've ever had a bullet come to me before. It wasn't that close, but it was probably...
The group eventually tried to settle back into fishing, but the moment stayed with them. One random bullet had come close enough to change everything, and they had no idea who was shooting or why it was happening so close to the creek. It's the kind of thing that reminds you how unpredictable the outdoors can be. Out there, danger doesn't always announce itself, it just shows up. Whether it's gunshots, strange noises in the dark, or something moving between the trees when you're all alone. Number 3. The Appalachian Mountains have a reputation for strange encounters. People who visit often talk about eerie moments, unexplained noises, and stories that make you look over your shoulder. The area is full of legends, ghost sightings, mysterious figures wandering the woods, and creatures people swear they've seen but can't explain. Locals even share one rule: if you ever hear someone whistling out there, don't answer it. Morgan, a creator filming in the mountains with a friend, didn't think much about these stories until they heard a whistle echo through the trees. It was subtle but unmistakable, and it instantly changed the mood.
7. It might be okay.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
so.
think we planned on redoing scene 7, did we?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's that was the last one, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold and shit.
Okay, let's back up.
Like that.
I'm gonna keep recording with this just for some extra behind the scenes, if that's cool. I'll try and get this into the fastest that I can.
Yeah, it's really chilly. I think we should.
Try and hurry.
Yeah, I think we should.
Will that get in there? Okay, what's your legs? What's your arms in? Okay. Yep.
They both knew the superstition, and instead of reacting, they silently decided it was time to leave. They packed up as fast as they could, trying not to show fear. In these woods, a whistle isn't just a random sound. Many believe it's tied to spirits or entities that wander the mountains. Some stories talk about a figure called the Whistler Man, said to lure people away from the trail with a soft, distant call. Whether you believe it or not, the idea is enough to make anyone uneasy, especially at night. Morgan and her friend got out without looking back, but what they heard still raises questions. Was someone out there watching them? Was it something natural or something else entirely? Number 4. This next clip comes from Night Encounters channel, known for exploring haunted places late at night. Their videos usually focus on strange noises, creepy glitches, and the uneasy feeling you get in places that don't feel quite right. On July 27, 2023, they set up camp in a forest that already had a reputation for being haunted. As they followed a narrow road deeper into the woods, the atmosphere changed fast. Strange sounds began to echo around them, laughter that didn't belong there, hissing, footsteps, and even what sounded like a bicycle rolling nearby, though no one ever appeared.
Somewhere there.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a big road going that way, and the road just ends over here.
Yeah, it's just like a forest area now.
Yeah.
Remember when we went there last time? What happened, bro?
2 hours ago now. Remember that? It
Bro,
was
there's a
so
flashlight. Look. Where's that lamppost? Well,
cool. You said like, I don't know, you
But
said
it's
like a
blurry.
fence or something there. Around the-
oh wait. Oh, dude,
What?
there's somebody there.
Actually?
Bro. Oh, I think somebody's walking.
We can just...
Somebody's walking there, bro. Bro, I swear. Oh, I swear I saw somebody. No, I swear I heard somebody.
Wait.
Like right there, like walking. Oh no,
Dude, don't play.
bro, no, I'm not playing, bro. I swear, every time something is said, it's like 100%
Okay.
real. But the camera, it's so blurry right now.
Gotta do
Like-
this. Dude, I remember this place being like super creepy because there was a trash bag or something there.
Yeah, and then we heard like laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not again this year, bro.
Do you hear that?
Like,
Yeah,
oh, bro, what was that? No, what's that?
What?
What? Oh, like snake hissing or something. Oh no, like right there.
Shh. But at the same time, you know, we're actually out here.
Oh, bro.
Turn it. Wait. No, it's keep it there.
It's bro.
It could be the water. We're like right near a lake. There's like 50 meters and there's a lake.
I don't want to be here,
There's
bro.
a grill. Someone has been grilling here. Wait, show this place. Yeah, there's a campfire place.
Their camera kept fogging up and glitching, and the tension within the group grew with every step. They tried to continue exploring, but the forest didn't feel normal. Something kept moving in the distance, just out of sight. With every new sound, they had to decide whether to keep going or turn back.
Oh, what the? Oh, oh, dude. Oh, that was someone there. Dude, wait, there's a turn left there. Hello there. Wait, stay here. Dude, there was a damn bike. Wait, give me that. Dude, bike stuck.
What's the bike stuff?
Around 3 a.m., they chose to try a ritual-style game called Devil's Hide and Seek. They picked a specific tree as their safe point, then spread out into the woods. The moment they separated, the sounds returned.
Let's just walk for a little bit, okay?
Right. That's so creepy, bro.
You know what we'll do actually?
What?
Let's just, since it is already, it's 3:09, we just go, we'll do the stag, or slash the devil's hide and seek. At 3 a.m, pick up the camera. We'll pick up the camera when we find a spot we started at. So yeah, see you then. Just recording?
Yep.
Okay. Pretty much, we start the ritual now.
Found the place, so.
Yeah, it's 3:19 actually. We were running around there because we saw some weird guys in the water.
Bro.
So yeah, that like creeped us really out. But pretty much gonna do the ritual called Devil's
Stag, bro.
Devil's Stag or the Devil's Hide and Seek. Pretty much it works like this. We have to find a home place somewhere that we could like return to in case anything goes like super bad. We're gonna choose this tree over here.
Yep.
As you can see.
Looks like Devil's Tree, man. Like
Yeah,
we only have
it's
it
really
near the
creepy.
house.
Yeah, exactly. So now pretty much gonna put our hands on the tree, gonna say some words, and then we'll have a countdown of how much?
60.
Let's do 60 seconds, okay? So we have 1 minute to hide. I think we'll go somewhere into the woods,
Yeah, like there.
and then creepy stuff should basically happen. And to end this ritual, we have to come back here, put our hand on the tree, and yell safe, then do another chant, okay? So yeah, let me pull out the chant in it.
Nothing visible stepped forward, but the pressure of the unknown made the whole challenge almost unbearable. By the time they finished, everyone was on edge. Between the unexpected noises, malfunctioning equipment, and the heavy atmosphere hanging over the forest, the night left them shaken. It shows how fear in the woods rarely comes from what you see. It's the things you don't see. Number 5. Uploaded on July 29th, 2024, this encounter comes from Jordan and Liz, the same duo who've had more than one wild moment on their van life adventures. This time, they were hiking in Grand Teton National Park, enjoying what started as a calm, perfect morning. Clear skies, quiet trails, classic Wyoming scenery. Nothing hinted at what was waiting ahead. A few miles into the trail, a woman came rushing toward them, clearly shaken. She warned them that a bear was right behind her on the same narrow path.
Go, bear! Show! Hey, bear! Go, bear!
I got it's coming.
Go!
You have the spray?
Go, bear! Go! Hey! Go! I'm sitting right here. Go!
Go ahead, keep going, keep going.
But I was walking right towards it. That's so scary.
So how close did he get to you?
He was literally like, where's he's standing right there and walking towards us.
She had no protection at all, but Jordan and Liz had bear spray and a whistle, so Jordan moved ahead with the spray ready while Liz tried to dig through her bag. They shouted to make noise, but the bear kept walking straight toward them, slow, calm, and not even trying to avoid them. It got so close that Liz missed filming the most intense moment because she was fumbling for the whistle. When she finally blew it and Jordan stepped forward with the spray, the bear finally changed course and climbed into a tree, giving them just enough space to pass. Later, Liz admitted she felt like she'd just walked into a survival show. Jordan stayed composed, but even he said the standoff was both thrilling and terrifying.
I saw the bear saying I'm the worst camera person ever because when I saw the bear, I freaked out. And then I went to get the whistle out of the bag. I was like, I have a whistle in my bag because we were screaming at the bear and it wouldn't go away. And the lady's like, get the whistle. So then I got the whistle and I freaking ruined the shot. So we were hiking and it's like a very narrow trail and some lady turns around and she's coming towards me and she's like, turn around, walk fast, don't run. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, there's a bear coming. Like right now it's coming towards you. And she's like, yeah, it's coming towards us on the trail. Do you have bear spray? Because she didn't have anything. But we're like, yeah, we have bear spray. Jordan had bear spray. I had a knife. Not that I'm gonna use it because like what am I gonna do against a bear? So Jordan goes in the front and he has the bear spray like ready just in case. And then we're all like the three of us being like, hey bear, like trying to get it to go away. I felt like I was on an episode of Naked and Afraid. And it wouldn't go away. I was literally just walking towards Jordan like if it was a dog who wanted to get pet or something. So I had to get the whistle out of my bag, and while I was doing that, I kind of missed the part where it was closest to Jordan. And then when I blew the whistle and Jordan like kind of walked towards it, it went up into a tree and then we were able to pass.
They took a swim afterward to calm down, but the adrenaline hit hard. Liz even felt faint for a moment before recovering. In the end, they made it out safely, thanks to the bear spray, the whistle, and keeping their nerves in check. Number 6. Natalie had been filming her camping trips for a while, but she didn't expect this one to turn into a mix of threats and rising water. She chose a quiet coastal spot in Northern Ireland, set up her tent, cooked some food, and settled in as the wind picked up. Once darkness fell, things took a sharp turn. A group of teenage boys passed by her tent, whispering and joking around. When they noticed her, they shouted that she wasn't allowed to camp there and claimed they had called the police. She wasn't...
Hello.
So there was a group of 4 people coming towards the tent. I realised it was 4 teenage boys and you could hear them whispering and getting on. I ended up poking my head out and saying hello, and they headed up the hill to the cliffs behind me. Now up that way it's access to a farm, so you can't, there's no public access up there, so I'm guessing they live there. But as they were walking up the hill, they all started shouting, we're getting the police phoned, you're not allowed to camp there, we're ringing the police. So I could be in for an eventful night here.
Sure if they were serious or just trying to scare her, but she stayed alert the rest of the night, not knowing if someone might return. Eventually she tried to sleep, but another problem woke her up to see.
Because if I hear a voice saying, excuse me, I'll shut myself. Sorry, I shouldn't say that actually, because in my previous video I said I was shitting myself and got told off because I was also casually enjoying my dinner, because you're not allowed to eat and be scared. You're not allowed to go camping and be scared either.
Hours later, she tried to sleep, but was soon woken by another sound. Waves. The sea was getting closer. With an hour still until high tide, the sound of the water grew louder and louder.
So the sea was sounding suspiciously close to the tent. I had to get up and look out. I did check the tide times before I came, but I don't know if it reaches here. I'm hoping not. There's another hour and a half till full high tide, and it's, I wouldn't say it's close, but it is close. Right there. The water was down there, and that way earlier, not up there. There was grass. I don't know.
The tide was rising fast, much closer than she expected. With more than an hour left until high tide, the waves sounded dangerously near. She checked outside repeatedly, unsure if the water would reach her tent before morning. By sunrise, she was still dry, and no one had shown up. Tired but relieved, she made a coffee and packed up, grateful that both the tide and the trouble stayed just far enough away. Number 7. Tonight's footage comes from Valerie Adventure Travel and Raw Moments, a channel run by a solo female traveler who hitchhikes and wild camps around the world. Most of her trips show the quiet beauty of remote places, but this one landed her in a situation that went from uncomfortable to genuinely dangerous. It's July 20th, 2023. In rural Kazakhstan, Valerie sets up her tent on a patch of farmland, miles from anyone. Shortly before dark, a local farmer and his wife wander straight into her camp, scroll through her photos without asking, and pepper her with personal questions through a translation app. They aren't violent, but the lack of boundaries leaves her uneasy.
I can't believe I just called this man friendly. I'm so disappointed. It's 3 a.m. I heard a noise, someone was saying something. Opened the door of my tent, and then he was there again, like very close. And he was like making a kissing gesture. And I said, what? I was still like, I didn't understand what was going on because I just woke up, and he really tried to go into my tent. I had to stop him and push him away, and I said, what are you doing? No. Like clearly said, no. And he wouldn't understand, like he wouldn't want to understand. I was like in such a shock because I didn't get why, like what was happening, and I kept saying no, and he wanted to still like come inside. Eventually he said, yeah, phone to speak, like Google Translate, and I said, no, leave me alone, no, go. And I think I said this for 2 minutes straight.
Later that night, they return again, standing outside her tent with a flashlight, talking to her through the fabric. She keeps her tone calm, hoping they'll lose interest. Eventually, they drive off, but the tension stays with her. Around 3 a.m., everything escalates.
And yeah, now he went back into his car. I don't know, will he return or not? So it's a bit stupid situation right now. And I mean, so sad because they were friendly and stuff, but this really destroyed it, unfortunately.
Valerie wakes to someone walking up to her tent alone, the same man, this time without his wife. He stops right outside, breathing quietly, then starts pulling at the zipper. She immediately pushes back, holding the door shut while telling him no over and over. Through the fabric, she can see him making kissing gestures, ignoring every boundary as he keeps trying to get inside.
The sunrise, I dared to sleep like maybe 1 hour before. I was listening to noises a lot, and everything kind of made a noise, especially when you're in a tent and you're just breathing, you make noises because your sleeping bag rubs the tent or something like that. So yeah, I wasn't comfortable falling asleep anymore. And I still have to understand what actually happened last night. What was that? Such a bad experience. I mean, nothing happened, but you never know how someone would react after he got rejected. I clearly said no, but also I didn't say it aggressively because my subconscious somehow wants to still keep control of the situation and pretend everything is not too bad, so he wouldn't be too offended to make a worse move. I don't know if you know what I mean. Sounds stupid, but I feel more safe when, I don't know, don't raise too much aggression in a way. When he was in the car, checking my phone, and he didn't care about me standing outside with the mosquitoes for like half an hour. It was 1:30 in the morning. Obviously, I wanted to sleep, and he didn't have the empathy to understand that. And the same thing was when he came to my tent expecting me to want to be with him for some reason.
The struggle drags on for minutes until he finally gives up and returns to his vehicle. Valerie spends the rest of the night wide awake, listening to every sound and trying to process what happened. She had traveled for years without anything like this, but this time she felt truly unsafe. Nothing physically happened, but that doesn't change the reality. She was alone, isolated, and forced to push a stranger out of her tent in the middle of the night. Number 8. On October 26, 2025, The creator behind Roaming Reckless set up her truck in the quiet desert of Colorado, expecting a simple overnight stop with her dog Tazzy. Instead, the weather turned the place into a trap. A storm rolled through the night before, soaking the clay ground beneath her tires, the kind of mud that turns into glue and refuses to let any vehicle leave.
There's this warning on this campsite when I found it that said, great campsite, but don't let it rain because you will get stuck trying to get out. So that's where the pickle comes in, because now we're gonna have to wait for it to dry up to get out of here whatsoever. This boot, it just sinks. I drove out to the desert to camp for a few nights. Unfortunately, I forgot to check the weather app before getting to camp because I never check the weather app, and also it never rains over here. But as you can see, just my luck, not only did it rain and strand me out here, I'm about to find out that we're in for a record-breaking storm. While I was eating breakfast, minding my business, I got a severe weather alert on my phone that we were officially in a flood watch. Now, the reason that's so concerning is because we're in the desert, where flash floods can happen quickly and be extremely dangerous and unforgiving. We were entering into record-breaking weather. Not only the biggest storm this area has had since 1941, but also I saw this online.
Grand Junction had its wettest day in over 50 years with 1.35 inches of rain. That also tied its 7th wettest day ever recorded.
While that situation in itself isn't super scary, the reason this is so bad is because of the type of ground that we are on. It's just a type of clay that you cannot drive on whatsoever. It's the equivalent of driving on grease. No matter who you are or what type of rig you have to wait for the ground to dry out to get anywhere or do anything.
By morning, she realized the warnings were real. The campsite reviews mentioned that a single round of rain could strand you for days, and now she understood why. Even inside the truck, muddy water pushed through the window seals as the flood watch alert on her phone got more serious. The dry creek beside her camp was no longer dry, and with each hour the water crept higher.
Dry creek will flood, and it washes away the road, or at least it has with people before. I didn't want to risk it, but obviously I'll keep an eye on it because if water levels start rising, we're just gonna have to get out of here and deal with it the best that we can. There's already water down there, which it was completely dry yesterday. I'm basically just gonna try to leave Tazzy outside of the truck for as long as possible since we're gonna be trapped inside the truck tonight with heavy rain and thunderstorms, so. The rain is picking up for sure. Just monitoring all the water levels. We'll just off-road through the vegetation. This is all water coming in from the windows. Honestly, I think we're getting pretty lucky. Like, the rain isn't super heavy.
While checking the wash that evening, her headlamp caught something unexpected, two bright eyes staring back from the water.
Ran over to check on the dry creek. I heard something sloshing in the water, only to look up and see a pair of eyes reflected directly back into my headlamp. Freaked me out. I ran back to the troopy as quick as I could. That was freaky. Well, I don't know what that was, but we're covered, so no one can see in here at all. Looks like it's gonna be raining all night and through the morning, so, and we're still on flood watch.
She ran for the truck with Tazzy close behind, unsure if she'd seen a coyote or something else hiding in the slush. Before dawn, Tazzy's barking woke her up again. Coyotes moved across the open ground, the kind of animals that don't hesitate to go after dogs. The wash was deeper now, the mud thicker, and the desert felt like it was closing in. A few hours later, sunlight finally broke through. Water levels dropped fast, giving her a bit of hope that she might actually make it out the next day. But that window didn't last.
Easy. Sorry to wake you up, Tazzy. Coyotes out there or something. Oh my gosh, I see them. Yeah, I literally see them out there. It's probably what I saw earlier in the river. Oh wow. Look at the river. It's so much bigger back there. Holy cow, that is crazy. Holy mud. Come on, Tazzy, let's go. From what the forecast showed at this point, I thought we were pretty much in the clear. No more rain incoming, and while we were still under flood watch for at least another day, I was confident that if the water wasn't a threat by now, besides waiting another couple of days for the ground to dry up so we could get the heck out of here. But unfortunately, the worst was yet to come. In fact, after a couple hours in the truck, we got some blue skies and the sun even came out. It's crazy how much this has gone down in just a few hours.
At 2 a.m., another emergency alert hit her phone. Severe thunderstorms, high winds, hail, and a warning to take action immediately. She tried to leave in the dark, but the moment she turned onto the trail, her tires sank again.
Possible threat to life or property. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Hail damage possible. Take action within the next hour. Okay. Jeez Louise. Let's get the heck out of here. Yeah, I think I just need to head towards town. Literally connects. Oh, yep. Going on into range because I can't see where I'm going. Oh my gosh, you guys see that lightning? It's coming for us. We're literally stuck in this freaking gumbo. I'm not even joking. Are you kidding me? I think I'm literally stuck.
The truck stopped cold. She was stuck for the second time, surrounded by storms on one side and rising water on the other, with nothing to do but sit in the silence and wait for daylight. People who later watched the footage argued over those eyes in the wash. Some said they had to be coyotes. Others pointed out how still they were, how they didn't move even when the light hit them. And that's the part that stuck with her. Whatever was standing out there, it was watching. Number 9. Bear spends most of his life outdoors, so camping rarely rattles him. But on this trip, the forest felt different. He set up his tent, made a fire, and settled in for the night. Everything was calm until a sudden crash snapped him awake. Something heavy had hit near his camp, hard enough to shake the quiet he'd been enjoying. Not long after, strange noises rolled in from the lake, echoes, thuds, and something moving through the trees.
Time to fire up those rechargeable hand warmers. I'm really curious to see if they'll last all night. When I wake up in the morning, are they still warm? If they are, I'd give them a double thumbs up. Anyway, yeah, let's go check those out.
Eventually, he climbed into his tent, ready to rest. But the peace didn't last.
So, my heart just stopped. There hasn't been nothing all night. Maybe something fell. Whew, that about gave me a heart attack. Alright. Something seemed off. What the heck was that? That sucker came flying in. Did that just fall from up there? I don't know what that was, but imagine if that was a monster limb now.
When he stepped outside with his flashlight, the woods answered back with louder crashes and the sound of something circling his camp. Branches snapped, footsteps shifted around him. The deeper he listened, the more it felt like the forest was waking up.
Did you guys hear that? That was a big frickin' bang by camp. The woods is becoming alive. Oh yes, here we go. Here's the offering tree. I crapped my pants if now there was something up there.
He hurried back into his tent, but the sounds followed. Footsteps came right up to the fabric. Then something slammed into the side of the tent. Another hit, then another. Whatever was out there wasn't curious, it was testing him.
I just heard I don't know if I was even all the way asleep or what, but there was a huge crash outside. Do you hear that? Turn my light down. There's more than one. More than one. Crap, wrong way. is standing right outside of the tent. It walked right up to the tent. Do you hear it? There it is again. What the heck is that? Oh. It's throwing stuff at the tent.
Bear stayed still, listening, whispering to his camera as the hits kept coming. At one point, he heard multiple footsteps, like more than one figure moving around him. When the noise finally died down, he didn't wait. He sprinted to his car, left everything behind, and drove until the forest was a memory in his rear view. A few days later, he returned for his gear, only to find the campsite destroyed. His tent was crushed under a thrown cinder block. The fire pit was scattered. Everything looked like someone had been trying to hurt him, not scare him off. Whatever walked around his tent that night wasn't an animal, and it made it very clear it didn't want him there.
Cinder block. Someone destroyed the frickin' tent. I wonder if they thought I was laying in there when they threw that block on it. Man, that would have messed me up. Man, it looks like somebody was trying to hurt me. Yeah, so it's official. There's a frickin' maniac or something out here. Frickin' psychopath.
Uploaded on June 23, 2025, this video comes from Exploring with Angelo, a channel that blends real outdoor adventures with moments that feel uncomfortably close to the paranormal. In this episode, Angelo, his friend Lomar, and their dog Kia head into the remote mountains of Nova Scotia, an area tied to decades of strange reports, from unexplained noises to alleged Bigfoot sightings. The trip starts off simple enough.
Going around, and should have that set up in a few moments, and then I'm gonna definitely light up the cooker because I'm hungry.
Yeah. Now what you're gonna want to do is put it on the hottest spot so it sears, which is basically right there. Got a pretty good sear so far on one side. These sausages are cooking fast. 1902 and then 2019?
Yeah, there was one. There's a few in the area, I know that.
Okay.
One of them was in 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, so as he was saying, there was one apparently that was seen along like the side of one of the roads in this area. Then what was it? Ran over the mountain and then into the valley?
It ran over the guardrail.
Oh,
into here.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a possibility that a Bigfoot is living out here, and who knows what the hell else could possibly be out here. You never really know. There have been rumors of this place being haunted as well, so sightings of apparitions and noises and all sorts of weird things.
They set up a tarp, cook dinner over a small fire, and talk about the old stories tied to this region, including sightings from there in 2019 involving a large figure crossing a road and disappearing into the valley. The forest is wet, foggy, and unusually quiet, but the mood stays relaxed as rain falls around the camp.
Actually, it looks like they're kind of doing something on the inside. Huh. Hello? Anybody here? Yeah, I don't know if anybody actually like lives here. It could just be like a hunting shack or something. It starts freaking pouring. What was that? Okay, I just heard something. It sounded like something metal. Okay. Alright, somebody explain how that just happened. That, like, metal bucket-looking thing is now on the ground. What the f***? Someone here? I could have sworn that was, like, I'm pretty sure that was, like, right there in front of the door. Hello? It's creepy. Oh, I hear something. What is that? I'm hearing something back there. Weird.
Angelo decides to check out a nearby cabin that looks abandoned from a distance. The moment he reaches the porch, the tone shifts. A loud metallic crash cuts through the rain. A heavy bucket hits the ground even though nothing is around it. The object looks too solid to be knocked over by wind, and that's what makes the moment so strange. He checks the area, finds no one, and heads back toward camp with an uneasy feeling. From there, the night only gets stranger.
You're moaning? Okay, now I'm hearing another one from a different...
Yeah, what is that, dude?
The campers claim to have heard bizarre whooping calls and knocking sounds at night. Found a trail of large prints crossing a hiking path. No visual sighting, but audio was allegedly recorded, but not released public. You hear that?
What
Bigfoot? Or whatever the hell that made that sound? That sounded very unnatural. It's so dark and hazy out here. Oh, oh, oh. I think that's what he does, something like that. Oh? Booga booga booga? I don't see nothing. I don't know, maybe that was actually a Bigfoot just now. I mean, we keep hearing something. I've never heard anything quite like that before. Okay, I just heard another knock. Oh, I think I just saw eyes over there. That was just me, guys.
The group begins hearing odd sounds echoing from the surrounding woods, deep whooping calls, rhythmic knocks, and even a whistle that repeats back in the same tone. They also spot what look like reflective eyes in the trees, though nothing steps into the light long enough to confirm what it is. They keep trying to investigate, but the constant rain and thick fog make the forest feel heavier by the minute. At one point, 3 loud knocks ring out again from somewhere behind them. Then the woods fall silent in a way that feels almost intentional.
Okay. I'm waiting to see if we hear anything else at this point, but I'm kind of ready to just start backtracking. I'll just go get back to camp and get out of this damn rain. Ooh. What was that? I swear that... What is that? Oh! 3 knocks. What is going on?
By the time they get back to camp, the ground has turned into pure mud, and the weather makes it impossible to stay the night. They dry off what they can, finish the last of their food, and pack up before sunrise.
Yeah, I also heard some weird sounds, too.
Yeah, like unhuman type of sounds. It was
Like moaning? I heard
something
like...
in distress.
Oh. Like I heard some really weird like moaning that I've legit like never heard before. So what do you think? What do you think's out here?
In this one?
Do you think there's a Bigfoot still out here?
I think there's a creature though. I don't think it may not be a Bigfoot, but there might be like a cryptid or a creature like lingering. Like,
There's got to be something out here. Those were not like normal noises. We definitely heard something out here. I can't definitively say whether that was or was not Bigfoot. It very well could have been. I don't really know. We were actually going to sleep here tonight, but seeing as how it's so muddy now, like literally everywhere we step, it's just gross. So we're gonna pack it in and head back. But it was definitely a good adventure. We camped out.
Even the next morning, Angelo admits he can't explain what they heard. Viewers argued over the cause, some blaming wind and wildlife, others pointing to the knocked-over bucket, the responding whistle, and the repeating knocks as signs of something else entirely.